What's up, y'all? We are back like we never left, and we kind of never did. Hey, you guys, listen, we are here to talk traders, and I have a couple of special guests that are going to be joining me tonight, okay? Because we got some things to discuss. So come on in, come on in. I'm mad Evie said hashtag Team Kevin. Kevin did, listen, I'm just going to bring my people up. I'm going to bring my people up.
Wait, which one is Kevin? I don't even. Oh, Kevin from Bleak Empire.
From Bleak Empire. Yes. Listen, Kevin got activated at the end of this episode too.
They are underestimating Kevin, though. I think they're catching on. I think they're catching on to him this last episode, but before that, he was flying under the radar.
Because first of all, I feel like he was that chewing with his mouth open. I feel like he doing that on purpose to aggravate people. I feel like that's purposeful. And when he told MJ,
we're not gonna sit here and act like we don't know Kevin for his works on Blink Empire. Kevin is an idiot. We are not gonna give Kevin too much now. Now, I'm not saying that Kevin ain't gonna give us a couple of good moments, but we are not gonna sit here and give Kevin all of that. Kevin is not that bright.
He's not. He's really not. He's really not.
Now we're gonna be doing this review Abby style. I have no notes. Okay.
Ooh, so, bam. You ain't gotta.
That's a good one, right? Hey, El Teddy. Am I right? Now? Am I
you got that right. You got that right. You got that right.
It be your own motherfucking people.
Your own people.
your own motherfucking people.
For those who do not know, this is El Teddy 27 and Abby Marie views. Okay. Now that she got her whole government up there. Darn.
Come on, Abby Marie.
And we are here to talk traders. Now, I did my 1 through 3 breakdown last weekend. Episode 4 dropped on Thursday. And baby, I've been wanting to talk about it all weekend. Unfortunately, Kiss My Cheeks got some life is lifing for her right now, so she wasn't able to do her video, but we're going to link back up next week. She'll probably get you guys caught up. If you follow Kiss My Cheeks, she'll get you guys caught up this week with her thoughts. Life is lifing for her right now, honey. For those who don't know, we're here to talk traders. Traders is a competition style show. It comes on Peacock. It is based on deception. Okay, it is a cast of, I think altogether was 21 started off with. It was a bunch of them folks.
People.
Yeah.
I'm
well,
asking. Was it 21?
Hold on, let me go back to the list. Yeah, because I had
what it reminds me of. Really, be a good show that used to come on ABC. Similar, The Mole. I used to be in love with that.
I used to.
You know what? I remember The Mole. I don't know if I ever really watched The Mole like that, but I remember.
Oh, it was so good. It was this times 10 because you knew somebody was purposely sabotaging.
Yeah, the mole would actually sabotage stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where we left off at the end of last episode, so for those who don't watch the show, 3 people, it's all 21 of the people are, for the majority of them are competition reality show people. They come from Survivor, Big Brother, The Real Housewives, The Challenge. Now we had a boxer and we had the former prime minister of Great Britain. Why John is there?
He was the head of the House of Commons. Also,
right, the head of the House of Commons. I'm sorry,
people.
The head of the House of Commons. Now, why John is there? I don't know. We don't know why John is there, but baby, John is there. Okay. Where we left off at the end of last episode was the traders were challenged with. They had to perform. They had to get somebody there to drink out of the chalice. Who is on OnlyFans?
Larsa Pippen. Larsa.
Yeah, I think Larsa was on OnlyFans.
She's also on the Real Tracy being shady. Anyway, she is on OnlyFans though. Yeah, Love Island, The Bachelor. Yeah, okay. Shaw's of Sunset. Okay. Tracy talking about some. Oh yeah, she's on the Real Housewives too. I'm doing this with Tracy. So we had to they had to do the murder in plain sight. And they had to get somebody to drink from that rusty ass chalice.
Now I agree with Parvati. Nobody in their mind was gonna drink for that. Like when she
No.
was trying to go for Sheree, I was like, girl, you got a better chance of Sheree drinking from your asshole than you do of drinking from that chalice. Because she wasn't gonna drink for that. I looked at Sheree like Sheree's not going for that.
I would
I
just
wouldn't
like
drink
her
out of
to
that either.
understand that these are black people. They're not just gonna.
Especially if some white person give me something to drink. Nah, boy,
I
I
have a
put my own.
rusty
I'm
cup.
good.
No, ma'am. We not doing
Right. So I sort of like this and I didn't like it all at the same time. I liked it because it shook it up because it really became a kill of convenience and not of strategy. But that's the same reason why I didn't like it. How did you guys feel about this? I'll start with you.
It didn't bother me because whatever what was her name? Evan Sue something.
Ekin
Who?
Sue.
Ekin Sue
Ekin.
something. Ekin Sue, yeah.
And where is she from? Is she from Love Island?
I don't know where she's from, but
she's from Love Island.
I was okay if she left. It didn't bother me. I wasn't, terribly upset. It wasn't one of my people I was rooting for. So I was just like, okay. Excuse me. I was like, okay, whatever. She's gone. But what it showed me is what I didn't like though was Parvati did not stick to the plan to me. Because I thought they had said they weren't going for her.
But they couldn't get nobody else. Well, the way it was edited, they couldn't get nobody else to do it. That's why I said it became more of a kill of convenience than of strategy. Because she wasn't one of the three people that they were going for.
And I don't think it was a good strategy for her either, because eventually she's going to have people in her corner because she wants to win. So she's eventually going to have to go against the other two traders as well. And so I felt like she needed somebody in her corner. You know what? I would have played dumb. Listen, I tried. I couldn't get nobody to do it. I don't know what y'all want from me.
Well, no, you don't necessarily have to eventually go up against the other traders, because if they make it to the end, then they split whatever the money is.
I don't want to split it with none of them.
Well, that's
okay, Serena.
I ain't split nothing.
Well, not only that, but you don't have to go against them. You can just again do what I think Phaedra going to do next week, which is let them do your dirty work. Let the faithfuls do your dirty work. All you got to do is plant that seed and let it grow, honey.
Because they on to Dan. They are on to him.
They are. And if they hadn't banished Larson was coming for Dan's ass.
But he's not playing a good game to me.
He's not.
He's not playing a good game at all.
He tried it. What Parvati? He tried to sick Parvati on Phaedra, like that was going to work for him.
Well, he thinks he's smarter than Phaedra, and he's not.
And the other thing about it is, you're too, in the shadows. Like people see you. We notice you're not doing nothing. Like,
and you're not even building up your alliance with the people you do not like. The one thing I will say that Phaedra, which she's doing quietly, or at least they're not editing it this way, she's quietly building her housewives alliance. Because like, she may not know some of the other housewives, but they have a connection.
Exactly.
And now with Larsa going, they're going to need a new leader.
I think Tamara's going to step it up. Phaedra's about to stick them housewives on Poverty or Dan, honestly.
Yep. And she gonna get them banished, and then she gonna put one of them housewives. She gonna talk Dan and make it one of the housewives the new trader. And then they're gonna eat him. They're gonna eat him right. They're gonna eat him right up.
Right. So the next morning, they let the three traders be the first three at breakfast so that they could basically have a conversation about who drank the chalice and all of that. So this is where I was a little bit lost. The minute Phaedra found out it was Poverty, I mean it was Ekansu, she was like, "Oh no, that's going to point at me." Why? Why did I miss something?
She voted for Ekansu at the last banishment.
Oh, that's right. That's
She
right.
voted for Ekansu. I think she was one of the only people that did vote for her.
Right, that's what it was. I knew it was something. I just couldn't remember. Okay. Now I think Phaedra probably would have let that slide. Have Poverty not done what she did to her at the round table.
At
But
the round table. The round table is what sealed her fate. Right. I'm mad Citizen Jane said C. Diggy one calls her Poverty.
That's about right. So
you know who I don't want to be a traitor?
I mean, her name sounds like Poverty. I mean, come on. I can't differentiate between
I was calling her
Poverty
last week, so you know.
I'm just saying.
Oh my God. So here's my thing. Listen, if it's Sheree and Phaedra together, the Wonder Twin powers activate.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
Yes, that's gonna be a problem.
I don't see Phaedra. Phaedra ain't smart enough for that. Not Phaedra. Sheree. Sheree ain't smart enough. Sheree ain't smart enough. I don't see.
But Sheree's a good follower.
She's a good follower. She follows directions, and she a good bone carrier. So she can be used to.
She can be manipulated.
She can be manipulated and used to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
To get, and you know Phaedra good at that. Now.
So at breakfast, so everybody ends up coming down, which of course threw the traitors off until Alan came and told him what it was.
First of all, I like all of Alan's outfits. Every
time Alan be giving it up.
Listen, he has not gotten it wrong. I thought at first I wasn't going to like this outfit from the second episode when he had on the shorts, but the more I saw him in it, the more I liked it with the little hair, whatever he had in his hair. The more I saw it, the more I liked it.
Alan said, I'm putting on the dog every time.
Alan don't be playing with you hoes. Alan don't be playing with you hoes.
I still think that first outfit was the best. That red was sickening. Sickening.
I like the black outfit from the funeral. I said, okay, bitch.
Oh yeah, the funeral outfit. The funeral outfit, yeah.
Listen, I said, okay, bitch.
Okay. And the kilt.
I like how they did the funeral.
And he had a big what was that? Like a little vape train or it was something big and gaudy, like it wasn't a jacket, but it was like a big, I don't know what you call it, but it was
a shrug or something. I don't know.
I like how they did the funeral. Of course, they had everybody dressed in black, so they must have told everybody bring a black outfit or two. That's number one. My boy CJ look good. Yes, CJ look good in his little black honey.
But let me say this: what y'all was never gonna do is start burying me, baby. At the moment,
I don't think
that y'all closed that casket, that coffin, and put me in the ground and started pouring dirt on me. Because remember,
I don't think
they were actually in there.
Oh, okay.
I think they did it. I think they showed the person getting into the casket, and then they said cut, and then they took them out, and then they did the thing. Because you wasn't going to throw no dirt on me, neither.
Baby,
yeah, I don't think they were actually in there, but you were binge watching season 1 and 2. It is a good show, right?
It's a good show. So
I like the way they eliminated everybody the way they did it. So the people who were safe, they weren't even in it, and then they had to figure out the riddles. They came down to 3. I like the fact that they figured out a way that one of the traitors was actually part of the 3. And I thought it was interesting that everybody chose MJ.
I think what we have is
MJ ain't really been making no waves. So why I wouldn't
right? That's what I'm saying. I think everybody's just going along with the flow. It's the herd mentality, like they said. Everybody, I don't want to rock no ships. I don't want to be the next one, getting murdered. So however y'all go, that's how I'm gonna go.
I don't know, but MJ known for doing shiesty shit, so I can understand why she would be off gate.
She
If
run her mouth
if
too
you
much.
watch the Shaws of Sunset and see some of the
Yeah,
shit
no,
that
that's
he's
what I'm
done
saying.
to
She
her
run her mouth too
so-called
much.
best friend, then you will understand. Like, she
Yeah, I never
capable of
watched Stars of
anything.
Sunset, so I don't know her like that. But I did find it funny that old girl, what's her name, Sandra, was like, me and Larsa are the same age. I was surprised to find out because she looked like she's about 10 to 15 years older than me.
No,
Baby,
Sandra, you
No,
look
ma'am, she
about
does
20
not.
years older than Larsa, baby. You
I
need to let
said,
that
who
go,
told you
Sandra.
that, ma'am? Who
Baby,
told you that?
I looked at her. I said, baby, who's lied to you, sweetheart? Dear one, doll baby, love bug.
Who told you that,
Right.
baby?
When she said 1974, I was like, oh, I thought I was older than both of them. I legit thought I was older than Larsa and Sandra. And then
No,
she said
Sandra looked like she was born in
1974.
Now, I will
1969.
say this. Now, y'all can tell me I'm not trying to be shady, but I will say this. Whatever filters or lighting that they're using on this show is not as forgiving as whatever filters and lighting they use on reality on the Real Housewives, because Larsa
Oh,
does look older.
She does.
Sheree looks older. Phaedra look like they look older than I'm used to seeing them look. Now
There's no
I
soft
ain't gonna say they
focus.
look bad, but they
There's
do
no
look
soft
older.
focus on this. There's no soft
Yeah,
focus
yeah.
at all.
Whatever the
well, the
yeah.
problem with Larsa too, when you don't have that much, like Larsa done had more work probably than everybody in that room combined.
Probably. Listen, I would
So
not make if I know anything, if anything happened to one of these traitors, do not make Sandra a traitor because she gonna kill everybody. Everybody. She gonna be the last man standing. There's something about Sandra that gives me the same feel as
because she's from Survivor, I know Sandra.
the lady who won
She's
the first
cutthroat.
season, who was also from Survivor. That
Sandra
black
is
lady.
more cutthroat than her. Like Sandra is real. She won Survivor twice, and both seasons she was gutting people. Now
I
that was
couldn't do.
years ago, but she was
I just
gutting
can't do.
people.
I couldn't do Survivor. I'm too. First, I'm not athletic at all. I can't swim.
You see all that gray hair? You see all that gray hair? Mm-hmm.
My men's are like it now.
Come
I bet
on,
they do.
come on, your man's like it. Your man's like it. That's the feeling that she gives me. Sandra gives me that she is not one to be messed with. Like she's dangerous. She gives off dangerous vibes. Like
Two
if you give
people
her an inch, she taking the whole show.
they was worried about those men that they got off. The people who I would have got off is the strong women because see the men they may be physically strong, but they don't usually be doing all of that cerebral work. Sandra and Janelle would have been the first two. Those two right there.
Janelle would have been the listen. Janelle would have been
Sandra
the
and
first
Janelle,
person.
first two out of there.
Then they
Because
couldn't
it's
get Janelle. Now they couldn't come for Janelle that first night because she grabbed
because she got the immunity.
Here's what I
the
know.
immunity.
I mean the
Baby,
shield.
Whatever competition we in, if there's a shield to be had, I'm coming to get it. Because what you're
Yeah,
not going to do,
she done already told
you're
you.
not going to get
Janelle
fast
already
as
told you
can
she
be.
don't
You're
care
going
about
to get
y'all.
me.
And they've had opportunities to get Janelle off, and they done missed those opportunities. Baby, it's no way out. No, ma'am.
so
She would have been
okay,
gone.
so
Janelle said
after
the hell with all y'all.
Ekisu, right? So after Ekisu is gone, it totally backfires on Poverty and Dan. I don't know what they thought was gonna happen when Ekisu was gone, but it totally and Poverty immediately starts panicking.
That's another thing. How you was on Survivor all these times and you panic at the slightest.
Because I don't think she was really panicking. I think her and Dan were trying to get rid of Phaedra from the door.
My thing, but see, Phaedra didn't play smart either. Because Phaedra, if you watch the post-mortems, she's basically been deferring to Dan on everything. She's been letting Dan make all
Wait a
of the
minute.
decisions on who to
Hold on.
kill, as well as I
Mm-mm.
believe that was all Dan on
Wait a
picking
minute.
Poverty.
Hold on. What? Oh.
What happened?
Oh. Oh, okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry, El Teddy. I'm sorry.
Wait,
Go ahead,
did we
babe.
miss something?
What happened?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know. I think maybe it has something to do with my husband coming into the room, but he only spoke to me. And I feel like Loretta spent the time about her cousin about or something. I don't know. Oh God, honey, speak quickly for some time.
But I just
Go
feel
ahead, El
like,
Teddy. Go ahead, boo.
you know what? If I was Phaedra, I would have pressed more to get some other people out of there who are really going to be a problem. Janelle would have been out of there. Sandra would have been out of there. Who else I would have got? Oh, Trishelle, she's trash. She would have been out of there. I can't stand Trishelle.
I
She get
can't
on my
stand
last
Trishelle
nerve.
either. My thing
And
is
she's so
I
stupid.
feel like Phaedra is doing the throw the rock hat. Like I feel like she's using Dan as her stalking horse. And when it fall down, it's all gonna lead back to Dan. And Dan gonna be out there by himself on an island.
So we find out that Dante is gone too.
Not you timed out my baby, Jesus. Ugh.
Tracy, I know you didn't.
Fine. I would never time you out on my channel. You would never have to worry about that on my channel, Fine. We don't have those issues. That's just over here. Never on my channel. I got you, Fine. I got you.
First of all,
No, you can't remove the timeout. He'll be all right.
why you talking about baby? Like you didn't have to do that.
I had told him
He was
time and time
taking.
again.
It was the blonde hair that threw him off, and so he had to speak him anyway. Not justice for the leaders.
Anyway, moving forward.
Because
So when they
Trishelle
get
was
back
on
from
Vegas, wasn't she? She was on Real World Vegas, wasn't she?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
over CT, right?
I don't know where CT came
I
from.
don't think he was on Real World, was he?
Maybe he was
Well, they
on
were
Road
on the
Rules.
challenge together.
I know
Where
he
did
was on the
CT come
challenge.
from?
Hold on, let me look him up because I don't know where he from.
Because I remember Trishelle. She's been problematic for a long time. A long time.
Yeah,
I know
couldn't.
the Bills lost. Oh,
Yeah, they lost
Damn
by
it.
3 points.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had to pause the game so I could do Real Housewives of Potomac.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I'm watching. It's literally on now. But that's okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
I had no way of knowing that.
I just happened to go to my Safari and it.
I understand. I know. Y'all didn't know. It's okay. Anyway, let's get back to this because I'm gonna be all night. So okay, so we get back after the Ekansu. We get back to the house, and like I said, now Poverty, he was in Road Rules. Okay. Excuse me, Poverty and Dan are panicking, right? Dante's gone, and now they're sort of panicking. Now Larsa has the right idea.
You mean DeAndre?
Whatever that boy name is, the boxer.
Dante.
He left. He said the show was triggering some childhood memories. Sir, did you watch the season, like season one? Where did you think you
know that man ain't watched season one. You know he didn't. I mean, bro was over there weeping. Okay. And did you notice how the white people just walked out on him like, child, we ain't got this type of time? Phaedra at least went over there to go see by him. The white people looked at him like, fuck this nigga, we go. That's literally what they said.
Sad to say, I would be with the white people because I would be like, nigga,
my only thing was I could see if you didn't know what you signed up for, but you literally had a whole season. You had other countries. You have Australia. You got BBC.
But you know, people don't do their due diligence. You know, niggas don't do their due diligence.
CT was on a Real World Paris. I didn't even know they had a Real World Paris. Yes, I did. That's a lie. I knew they had Real World Paris. I just didn't know CT was on there. Dante Wilder. Thank you. Anyway,
it's Dante Wilder. Jessica.
Whatever the man's name is, he gone. He gone. Now, I honestly thought they were gonna hold off on killing somebody.
Mm-mm.
But nah. Alan said, this show gonna go on. I don't know which I thought it was, but This is what it's about to be. So we get back to the house, and now CT has decided that he need to find some sort of oh no, that was after the round table. Never mind. Let me get to that. So we get back to the house, and Larsa is leading the housewives. Okay, Larsa is leading the housewives. Now she has the right idea. She just focusing on the wrong person because for whatever reason she pivoted off of Dan and was focusing on CT. And I'm not understanding. Although
CT been quiet too, though. He's been quiet too.
he has been quiet. CT has been quiet. I think CT's strategy was to hide behind Bananas, and then Bananas left, it was kind of like, oh shit, all right, well. Now Poverty decided that she was going to throw suspicion to the housewives. That wasn't a good idea.
Nope.
Right.
Dan decided that he was basically going to let Poverty and
Phaedra
go at it, and he would just stay in the clear. That ain't gonna happen either, Dan. That's not gonna happen.
I think Larsa's issue was she was too vocal too early. She should have let somebody else take the lead. She wanted to take the lead. She wanted to be alpha dog, and that's what got her. It was too much of a target on her back at that point.
Especially since the last round table, she had been so vocal.
Mm-hmm. You know? And she's been vocal on every time somebody's stuff comes up. She go remember even in the first episode when they brought up Peppermint, she was vocal then with Peppermint. I think that like I agree with you because after Phaedra got through going in on Poverty, she made sure she told Dan and you too, Dan, to let him know. Yeah, it ain't just her. I'm watching you too. Try me if you want to.
So, what did anything major happen before we get to the round table? Before we get into deliberation? Larsa was leading the housewives.
Tamara hates Kevin because he chewed with his mouth open.
Child, that thing was so funny to me. Kevin,
no,
and then he was steady eating that bread.
But what happened was when
Jonathan said I was just here for her last live and spoke. You know what?
She ain't right, Fi. I got you though, Fi. She ain't doing you right. I would never do you like that.
I'm sorry, baby.
But you notice when Larsa passed him in the hallway, and she said something to CT when she passed him in the hallway and was like,
"Yeah, you need to watch." She said, "You need to watch out,
watch yourself," or something like that. She said.
And you saw CT had to do a double take because he was like, "What? I was just minding my business. Like, what are you talking about? I'm just walking down the hall. What's the problem?" Did I go to church with my mom today? I did not. No, I didn't.
You said that's what your problem is, right there.
Is that my problem? I didn't go to church today.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord. So we get into deliberate. So you have the ladies, most of the ladies, not all of them, have sort of been riled up by Larsa that they're gonna go after CT. And it was so funny because Phaedra was like, okay, CT. Oh, okay. And we knew Phaedra had no intention of going after CT. And I thought that was hilarious. But baby, they got into the deliberations. And they got to talking. Did y'all see Phaedra's face when Poverty said, I think one of the housewives?
She said, bitch, what did you say? She said, but who told you to say that?
She said.
Her face said, bitch, who gave you permission to even speak on the housewives?
Hey, boo.
Hey.
She said, I'm sorry, what?
She said,
what?
Excuse me, bitch.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, what? You said who? And baby, I knew then. I said, oh, they done activated Phaedra. They thought, because see, I knew Dan was in trouble last week when he said something about the first episode when he talking about some manipulating Phaedra and I know I can control
But
her.
the thing about it
I'm glad
is,
that's what you
with the
thought.
housewives, just to play devil's advocate, what are the numbers though? Because how many
No,
housewives are left? Is there enough for them to pick off the housewives?
percentage wise, it was a safe bet to say one of these hoes is a traitor. I mean, percentage wise, the problem was, here's the thing, if it didn't come from anybody other than Poverty, it wouldn't have been an issue. It's the
Right.
fact that it came from one of the other traitors. Because let's see, you have Tamra, Larsa, Phaedra, Sheree. So you have 4. Am I right? Were there any other housewives? So you have 4 housewives. So at this point, we're down to what, maybe 16 people, give or take. So the likelihood that, one of the traders is a housewife, that's a pretty, I mean, it's not a bad percentage.
No. But what I'm saying is, whether it was Poverty or whether it was someone else, that immediately is going to put her in the line of fire because the number is not on the housewives' favor. If all of the other people gang up on the housewives, then
Oh, I
you,
see what you're
you
saying.
see
No,
what I'm
I see
saying?
what
They
you're
can
saying.
pick them
Yeah, yeah,
off.
yeah. I got you.
They can
I
pick
got
them
you.
off.
Right. Kiss My Cheek said, she said, don't do that,
And I think that it
Poverty.
was a bad move for them to be as vocal, because now everybody will start looking at the housewives and they will notice how united they are, and they'll pick them apart. Because you see, the first thing they did was try to pick off Marcus and Larsa. Because you can't give me that you thought Marcus was just that brilliant that he was gonna figure it out. It wasn't
Actually,
giving
no,
that.
I do think Marcus was a threat. I think Marcus was a threat. But I think it was stupid for them to get rid of Marcus right after Marcus questioned Dan. I thought that was stupid. Because to me, anybody sitting in that room, I might not say it out loud, but if the 3 of us are sitting in a room and you and Abby have a whole conversation about me being the traitor, and all of a sudden you pop up dead, Abby should be looking at me with a side eye the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So it just seemed weird to me that, and that's why I said Dan is not a good trader. He's too impulsive.
Yeah,
Marcus
Dan's
should
not
never
thinking.
have been his target the very next day.
He feels, I don't know if he thinks that he has he feels like he doesn't present as alpha as much as like the other
I'm
men
gonna
do
tell you what
in
it
the
is.
situation. So he feels like he can think and do
If you,
other
but
things that
no,
people won't see you for your works. But we see, beloved, we can see it.
if you know Dan from Big Brother, even his first season of Big Brother, which was season 2, he always thinks he's the smartest person in the room. That's Dr. Dan. He always thinks he's the smartest one in
Oh,
the room.
that's who he is. See,
Yes, he was on season 2 of Big Brother, and he
Dan's a
won.
doctor too.
Huh?
yes,
Dan's a doctor too. Okay.
yes.
Yeah. Dan, remember he was on season 2. He won season 2 of Big Brother.
Yeah, I remember that, but I didn't remember he was a doctor. Is he a
Mhm.
dentist? Is he the one that's
I
a
think he's a
dentist?
dentist though.
I forgot what he is,
Yeah.
but I know he's Dr. Dan, because when he came back,
Yeah, no,
remember
I
he came
remember
back
that
for
too.
All
I remember
Stars.
that. Yeah.
When he came back for All Stars, they made sure they called him Dr. Dan, because he tried to hide that during season 2.
Dan was on season 10.
No,
I'm just
Dan's
telling you what
original
it's. I'm
season.
reading the comments.
I think Kiss My Cheeks. I'm thinking about Dr. Will. That's who I'm thinking about.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I'm
That's why I
thinking
said
about
I didn't
Dr.
know Dan was a
Will.
doctor
You
too.
know what?
I
You're
know
right. I'm
Dr.
thinking about
Will.
Dr.
I
Will.
remember Dr. Will,
I'm thinking about Dr. Will.
and he
You're right.
won. And he won. Didn't
Dan
he
was
come back
on
and win?
Dan
Didn't
was
he?
on Janelle's season. Dan was on Janelle's season. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, that's why the two of them don't. That's why they're oil and water.
But he does kind of
They have
resemble
history.
Dr. Will a little bit.
What you say? You
Dr.
say
Will had better hair.
He did, had thicker hair.
But
Dan
have
is
y'all
old
seen
though.
Dr. Will? He's been doing too much of the Botox.
His forehead don't move.
His face, like that, he was on last season. They brought him in as a cameo, and his whole face looked like rubber to me. Anybody who saw Dr. Will, did y'all see Dr. Will last season? He did the
I stopped watching the season before the cookout because I
yeah,
got
he
tired of
did
racism.
Oh, you mean on Big Brother?
He did
Yeah.
the voting. He did the final episode where they come back in and they vote. And I was like, oh my gosh, you are
He
step away
he
from
didn't
the
look the
Botox.
same. You have to look that up.
Dan was known for creating his own funeral on Big Brother. Yeah, that's right. He did the funeral.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I remember him
But
now because Janelle wasn't on that second season.
right.
It was Janelle was on season 10. She got on my nerves.
Right, with
though, too.
Dr. Dan. I mean, with Dan. See, now
Yeah,
you got me saying Dr. Dan. All right,
she get on
jury
my nerves
roundtable.
too.
Yes, he looked very plastic. Yes, Kiss My Cheeks know what I'm talking about. He looked terrible. Oh my gosh, he looked horrible. But anyway, so while we're in the roundtable, so we
Oh,
had Kevin and Tamara going at it, or Tamara, whatever her name is. Poverty throwing the housewives under the bus, and in essence throwing
is that?
um is
um,
that a recent
I
picture?
think that with the gray hair.
Yeah, that's a more recent picture. Don't he look plastic?
Yeah, he
He
do.
looks
He looks like a
terrible.
TV show host,
He
like a
looks
game
like
show host,
Caesar
a TV
Flickerman
game show
from the
host.
Hunger Games. He looks like Caesar
Like
Flickerman.
he should be hosting the Newlywed Show or something like that.
No, the round table was hilarious. First of
It was
all,
great. It was
when
great.
Kevin turned to MJ, because she was talking junk about him, and he said, well, if I was a traitor, I would have killed you by now because you get on my nerves. I said,
Right. Because you are annoying.
Yeah,
I,
he did.
so
Came
you know
right
what?
out.
There's Hot brought up a good point. That's why I put it in the comments. Do y'all think that Poverty and Dan know that Phaedra is a lawyer in real life, or just think that she's just a dumb housewife?
they may
They
not
don't
know.
know.
They don't know.
that.
I don't think they know.
I can tell you right now, they don't know. They don't know that. I mean,
So
if I'm being honest, she may not know that because her lawyering career is about as real as Dan's face. I mean, Dr. Will's face.
yeah, they got Kevin activated at that round table. They got Sheree active. Well, they got all of the housewives activated at that round table. But baby, Phaedra, baby, so they voted off Larsa, found out that Larsa is a faithful. CT, they got CT activated a little bit at that round table. But baby, when it got time for them traitors to meet up, baby Phaedra let them have it.
They thought Phaedra, well, she's such a pleasant Negro.
Baby,
She's one of the good colors. And that,
Phaedra said, what the, she was like, I know she wanted to say, what the
fuck.
was that about?
All the curse words, daughter. All of them.
I know Phaedra wanted to say, what the fuck?
And Poverty gives me one of those white chicks that just ooze white privilege.
It's something about Poverty's face that I don't agree with in my spirit. I don't know what it is.
Little thing.
It's
She
something
always
about
had a
her
little thing on her head that gets on my nerves, like a little crown or whatever she think that is. That shit gets on my nerves. Every outfit, she has the little thing to match every outfit in her hair.
Literally, Kiss My Cheek. She was like, "Yeah, girl, nobody likes you. Let me be very. We don't like you, daughter, and they think you're a traitor. You going home next. Nobody likes you, Poverty. Nobody." That nobody likes you, baby.
Now,
Phaedra.
my thing about it is, I just feel like I don't know. I think that there should be a different prize because for most of these people, $250K is not doing a whole lot. And for them to fake it like, oh, $20,000. Oh, I'm so girl, because most of them look at $20,000 like, girl, I spent that last week on a Birkin bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be clear.
Phaedra gonna use that money to rent some more stuff.
Oh wow. Then there's that.
Since people is in their feelings that she be renting her shit, she gonna rent some more stuff with that money.
Well, it makes sense to me because the people only want you to wear. The people only want you to wear an outfit once anyway and never wear it again. So why not rent it and then you don't have to wear it no more?
Well,
makes sense to me.
Some of them people do need it. Like we ain't gonna sit here and act like all them people. Some of them people need it.
I feel like them road rules people who just that's all they do for a living now is them challenge
They
things.
might need it.
Like, cause
Depending
I
on how
don't
they
think
spend their
Deontay
money.
don't need it. Deontay definitely don't need it.
mm-mm.
Um,
That's why it
Lar-
was so easy for him to leave.
Marcus and Larsa don't need no parts of that.
Yeah, they don't need it.
No,
Not at
because
all.
Larsa Pippen make that a day on OnlyFans just showing her feet.
OnlyFans, child.
Not
You
she
say
make probably
Poverty
way
just
more
got
than that.
Poverty
Okay,
just
that's
got
what's wrong with a
divorced.
fake
Poverty
fan.
knew it. She just got divorced, child.
Well, maybe she had to give half her money to her husband, and now she needs some more.
Right,
Deontay
and
didn't
Kevin is
need
the
it.
broke friend on Bling Empire. So
Right,
Kevin
he the one
Deontay
that
didn't
ain't
need
got
it.
no money. We know Kevin needed. I feel like Kevin go stupid his way to the top.
I don't think Kevin is as broke as he was in the first season.
he's not
But
as
when
broke as
you
he was.
are with hanging around billionaires with a B, then
You
even
always
if
gonna be
you're
a
a
broke friend.
millionaire, you
Right.
seem
Because
broke.
he don't have what's my boy, who's his best friend, the one that gets all the plastic surgery and stuff.
I
What's his
can't think of his
name?
name
I
from
can't think of that
Kevin,
Singapore.
baby's name. I can see
Yeah,
his
Kevin's
face.
hilarious to me.
yeah.
I love him.
He do a little too much sometimes, but that's okay. It's okay. He do a little too much sometimes.
So, what do y'all think is gonna happen because they left us hanging with Phaedra about to dig in their ass. Now, which I think Kane, that's his name. Thank you, Quake. Which I think Phaedra about to do to these people. You think she gonna activate on their ass? Which I think she gonna do?
I want her to real bad, real bad.
But the question is, who are they gonna kill?
I don't
That's
know.
the real question.
Do you
I
think
mean, do they
Phaedra
go
is
after
willing to
MJ
sacrifice
now?
one of the housewives to lure them into a false
No,
sense of
I don't
security?
think there's any. I don't see any parts of her sacrificing the housewife at this point. She's already
Well,
drawn
they
the line
already
in the
got rid of
sand.
one Larsa. I mean, they banished
Hmm.
Larsa, so they kind of already got that.
I can see MJ going for real this time. Um, but if it was me, Janelle ass and Sandra ass would have been going. I don't know why they haven't gone after Janelle yet.
Because
I don't
Janelle is
either.
real loud. Janelle is real
And
loud.
Janelle has been very honest. I'm going after the immunity every time. Do not
Every
ask for
single
it.
time. Every
And
single time they
everybody
open it up,
knows
I'm going to go
Janelle is.
get it.
Everybody knows Janelle is cutthroat as hell. Janelle don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
She know how to play the game. She would have been gone. That's who I would kick out, but I don't think they're smart enough
Fergie,
to
you
do
know
that.
what? Fergie is a easy, low key kill. Like they could get rid of Fergie without a whole lot of
Fuss and muss.
yeah.
I thought his name was
Nobody would miss
Bergie.
Fergie.
It's not Bergie.
Bergie, whatever that man's name is. Doesn't
Yeah, it's
matter.
not time to get rid of him yet. It ain't.
I feel like
He messed with nobody enough.
eventually they're going to turn on Bergie and think he a traitor because just on the strength that he's a politician.
I think that what they're going to need to do is because
Bergie's a
of
politician
everything going
too.
on in
Oh
the
wow,
house
The
and to
little
get
old white
the
man?
that's John. Bergie's
that's
the
John.
redhead guy
Yeah,
from
Bergie is the
Love
man who figured
Island,
out the
right? He's
light.
from the Bachelor.
Oh,
Remember, he
Oh,
figured
and
out
we
the
forgot
light.
about Peter. We forgot about Peter.
Remember, Peter is in an alliance with. Is it Kevin?
Kevin.
Yeah, he's in an
Yeah.
alliance with Kevin.
So does that really count?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
but that's
Bergie.
why I say I think what they need
Is
to
Bergie
do,
the stupid one?
they
Bergie is
need to
the
make a
dumb
big move right now because it's too much going on. It would be perfect to go for Sandra or Janelle right now to really throw the house for a loop and just throw it topsy turvy because I don't think they would see either one of them coming. And they would, if they did, they would point fingers at other people. Like I don't see them pointing fingers at either one of the three of them. Because if Phaedra
because
gets
none
her
of them
way
currently have any beef or any situation with
with
Sandra.
Janelle or
Unless
Sandra,
I know that was, you know who that would, if Phaedra convinces them to get rid of Sandra, everybody gonna be looking at Poverty.
but no, or that's why I say get rid of Janelle. But here's what you do: the house gonna go in a tizzy, right? That would give Phaedra enough what she needs to go start planting seeds to look at Poverty and Dan. Because remember, she said she's out for them hoes now, and that would throw the house kind of for a loop and give her an opportunity to plant the seeds for her
No,
to get rid
I
of them.
think that they should get rid of Sandra because if they don't, I think this would serve twofold for Phaedra. One, Sandra is dangerous to the game. She's very dangerous. I don't care how low key she playing it right now. That's a shark, baby, all day long. Two, everybody knows that Poverty and Sandra have previous issues with each other from Survivor. It's going to immediately throw suspicion onto Poverty. And now Poverty going to be fighting for her life. And I believe Phaedra's going to grab Dan by the arm when he tries to go and help Poverty and be like, leave out there.
And Phaedra been saving this up. Phaedra could say, listen, Dan, I gave you one. And Poverty, you just came for my throat. Y'all going to give me this one. Take that bitch Sandra out. I'm with you. I can see that.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. But I know that they're gonna flip. I know Phaedra is gonna flip it.
Soulful Dog, you got to get onto the BioLite train, not the Pedialyte, the BioLite.
She said she called it Poverty Pedialyte. I can't. Okay, wait.
Not Pedialyte though.
That's what she's calling Poverty. I'm not doing this.
Poverty is flirting with people. Flirting with Poverty. Listen, I need Phaedra to play this right though, because I need her to get rid of Poverty I need Poverty to get banished, and I need her to convince Dan to make a housewife the new traitor.
I definitely feel like one of them.
Dan would pick Janelle. If Poverty gets banished and they have to pick a new traitor to come in, if they get a chance to make a new traitor, I think Dan would advocate for Janelle to be to be a new traitor, to be the third traitor.
Oh, I can see him.
I definitely feel like a traitor is going to be banished next, and it ain't going to be Phaedra. I feel like Poverty or Dan. I think Phaedra is going to be able to work the table for either Dan or Poverty, and I don't know who they're going to kill, but I think a traitor is getting. I think either Poverty or Dan get banished next.
Dan's not playing a good game, so I can see
He's playing a horrible game.
He's playing a horrible game, so I can see him leaving. Poverty, she's not likable. So anybody will get rid of her ass because she's just not likable.
I can see Phaedra dropping some hints to Sandra about Poverty and using Sandra to get rid of Poverty as a traitor to get her banished.
Because it ain't gonna take a lot.
It's not gonna take. It ain't gonna take. It's gonna be like, Poverty did such and such and so and so. Maybe I'm just putting too much on.
Somebody
gonna light that fire under Sandra. She gonna pull the trigger on Sandra.
Somebody already planted the seed that.
Thank you. Kiss my cheek. That's what I meant. I meant to say. I mentioned that as well. Poverty's acting at that funeral, terrible. Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
No, what I was saying was somebody already mentioned that Poverty always just be popping up in rooms, standing there. She'll really be adding to the conversation. She just pop up in rooms, eavesdropping on people. I forgot who mentioned it, but somebody brought that up during the round table.
They got rid of, and that's why they got rid of Max, because they said
I thought it was this week. You might be right. It might have been when they got rid of Max.
But here's the thing that I don't think people understand. The traitors are working together. So if they make it to the end, they all win. It's not like there can only be one person.
Yeah, but they ain't working together right now, though. Again, that's why I think Dan is overplaying it.
But I'm saying the people are saying that Soulful Dog said Phaedra is fake enough to make it far unless the new traitor is slicker than her. If the new traitor comes in and understands the concept of we are working together as a team to make it to the end against all these other people, then there's no need. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for us there to be infighting. Now, if she could get them together with Dan and get the new traitor, whoever the new traitor is, on her side versus Dan, and then they turn on Dan and get them another new child.
I don't know. I think that was her original plan with Dan. I think that's why she let Dan call the shots on the, like, it wasn't her idea to kill Johnny Bananas. She let Dan have it. She let Dan pick, Poverty. Like, I think that was her plan with Dan, is to sit back and let him make all the moves and let him think he was in charge while she got the lay of the land. But I think Poverty overstepped. Because, again, if I'm Phaedra, I'm not going to give you a second chance to
just screw me over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think Poverty overplayed her hand. And like I said, she looking at both of them because she never did trust Dan. And I think
how plausible do you think it is? Poverty gets banished, and on her way out the door, she says something crazy about Phaedra being a traitor on her way out the door. Because I don't understand why. Do you think that's something that can be done? Are they allowed to do that?
I don't think they're allowed to. Now they might be able to throw hints, but they can't just come right out and say somebody's name. I don't think they're allowed to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So Brandy said not liking the new trailer. What new trailer, Brandy?
They can't switch on the way out. Listen.
The one for this week? I think when they
I didn't see the trailer for this week.
I didn't see. I don't think I saw the trailer.
That's what I'm saying. I was about to say I don't really take that stuff with a grain of salt because they'll throw stuff together to throw you off
from a different episode, and that's not even really what's finna happen.
Right.
They did a big hit on the UK version. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they can throw hints, but they can't come right out and be like, so and so's a traitor. Yeah, I don't think they can do that. Well, y'all, we are going to see what happens next week. Hopefully, y'all be on the lookout for Kiss My Cheeks. I think she may still do her review later on in the week, but we're definitely going to try to link up next week and do our reviews together next week. They're automatically disqualified if they tell the group who the traitor is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, you guys. I'm going to get out of here so I can, even though technically I don't have to leave my house tomorrow, but I do have to get up in the morning. I don't know what the two of them doing, but
I'm finna go to bed because I have to work tomorrow.
I'm going to bed. I got work in the morning. I probably won't go to bed till about 2, but I got some stuff I need to get done.
I need to wash my.
Why you not going to bed till 2? You got company coming?
I have some work to get done. I'm not a whore.
What you are though?
I'm not.
You are.
Who are you to judge me?
I'm not judging you. I never said I was judging you for being a whore. I just said you were one.
I am as pure.
I just need to watch the makeup off my face instead of go to bed.
You mean the purely driven snow by a tractor trailer? And with that note, I'm gone. Leave my brother alone. Jonathan, you just be lucky you didn't get timed out again. How about that?
Good night.
Leave my brother alone.
Leave my husband alone, Loretta.
You just such a bully today.
Here comes Bully B. Here comes Bully B.
Not doing this. Not doing this.